Alright, so we're gonna try the GoPro shit one more time. Thank God I did not set my torque converter back. Oh yeah, there's a sensor I have to change. Phil told me a map sensor, I think. Phil said I might have to go back out to him for a reflash on the trans, but should drive similar to stock once I do that. Downshifting until probably like 6th or 7th gear, cruising on the highway. It stays at like 3,200 RPMs. I'm gonna guess it's something with the stall speed, but oh, why is it doing that? Stop that. She just went wah 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 wah.
It's still broken.
Nah, it's not broken. It's a fucking, pretty sure it's a mix of the torque converter and the fucking throttle body.
You can see the fucking heat just radiating in the front of the vehicle. Like it's just like.
So my engine has like a temperature sensor in it, but the top part, the supercharger, doesn't have a temperature sensor. So the supercharger is what's giving off all that heat. It's not necessarily my engine, but I can't tell how hot that is on top. That's why I have to.
You probably cooking egg on it.
That's why I have to like take breaks though, because I can't just constantly drive it because I don't know how hot it's gonna get. It could fucking blow up. Me and Tony got food. We stopped at O'Reilly's. I didn't even think to get the transmission fluid. Ordered the map sensor from a stock ZL1. It should come in Friday. I mean, I'm gonna head over to Ed's shop in like an hour and we're gonna pull my tranny and do the torque converter. It drives a lot better. Only thing is lately, like it wasn't doing this in the beginning, but now that I'm driving it more, it seems like the throttle's getting stuck. It's not as severe as it was before, so I can't tell if it's a throttle body fucking up or if it's something with the torque converter. It might just be something to do with the transmission. So we replaced the throttle body and we made sure the gaskets weren't getting stuck. So I don't know what the fuck it could be. There's like that little like piece that sits like this that controls the throttle body. That could be it, maybe.
A few moments later.
So, would you like to explain what just happened to Donis?
The supercharger got really fucking hot because we hit like gridlock traffic. So the fucking truck flipped over on 395 at the State Trooper barracks. So I was like, all right, he's fucking freaking out.
No, all right. No. Now I'm telling the story. So yeah, there's fucking dead stop traffic, and I'm like, all right, this is like the worst case scenario for my car because if we sit here too long, this shit's gonna get mad hot.
And boom!
Yeah, and I don't have a temperature sensor for the supercharger yet, or the supercharger coolant. So I'm like, fuck, this shit might get mad hot and like have a problem. And then we're driving a little bit, and we get probably like a quarter mile down the road, but we were sitting there for like 15-20 minutes going like a mile an hour, 2 miles an hour. And Tony's like, yo, bro, it's smoking. And I'm like, nah.
Because I noticed at first it was coming out the fucking
my air conditioner vent.
The engine, and I was like, hey dude, like it's smoking. He's like, no, it's not.
Yeah, nah. I seen it a little bit of smoke, but I'm like, you know, fuck it. It smokes like once in a while. It's probably just some coating.
Then it started coming out of
it
here.
started pouring out of there, and I'm like, oh shit.
And I'm sitting there like, all right, we're gonna die.
Yeah, and then I'm like, damn, I don't have a fire extinguisher, and it was gridlock traffic, bro. And I went to take the exit to get off, and the whole exit all fucking locked up. Then the 2 lanes all the way to the state police barracks was locked up. So I just did what I had to do. I will not admit it on camera, but I did what I had to do to cool it off. I
said he should do it, and he's like, you know what, you're right.
Yeah, it got a little colder. We got past the accident, and then I kind of just started hauling ass to try to cool it off, because really the only way to make this colder is the fucking air. Like driving it on the highway is the air hitting it. We're at Ed's shop now. We're gonna do the torque converter tonight, but I pulled it up and I put it in accessory mode, and for some reason the coolant pump will not come on. So this shit's just hot and just sitting here hot, so. And there's 2 state troopers just sitting there looking at me, and everyone's honking and trying to cut me off.
Blow up and nothing you can do.
Bro, that's what I would have said if they would have said something. I'd been like, bro, you want a car fire too? Like, that's gotta be the worst possible scenario. Your car just burns down in front of you and there's nothing you can do.
No, the worst scenario would be if you're stuck in it and it's burning.
Okay.
taking the cowl off again. See the bell housings in there? Bolt. Take off all your bell housing bolts up top. That's it. Lift the car up. Everything else is underneath the car.
Making it work, episode 3200, 9005.
The belly of the beast.
So these, once you get the upper bell housing bolts out, aren't too bad to take out. You unplug the O2 sensors, and then you drop it out. So you can take it, drop it out after you drop the exhaust out. And when you get it down here a couple inches, you can unplug it. I'm gonna put a little pressure on the fucking exhaust. Hopefully it doesn't fall. Is that it? Yeah. Push towards me. Oh, somebody made me install a fucking drive shaft loop.
For safety.
It doesn't do digs.
If I buy that thing for the air conditioner that would cool that supercharger won't get that hot. My engine still will.
Never get hot, ever.
Oh, it did. But the engine will still get hot as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, it will be warm, it won't. All the shit that's melting is because you didn't wrap the headers, and I told you to wrap the headers. Too much heat.
Torque converter bolts are out.
Torque converter is disconnected.
Exhaust is off.
You see what just happened? I gotta put it in neutral. Which means now I gotta plug the battery in because your car's a fuck! I have it free from the motor. Now what I'm gonna do is pop it completely free of the dowels.
And here we are 2 hours later. 2.5 actually, because it has now been, it's been like, what, 45 minutes since SB's left? Yeah, not a little more, yeah, probably like 2 hours. It's been on grip. All right, so all the juice came out nice and hot. Ed is pissed.
No, that wasn't bad.
No?
No, that wasn't bad. Way more came out than the OEM one.
New converter is in, helped Ed do it. SB is still not back.
Oh, yeah? Yes, he did.
Here's a new one. A lot of juice coming out like usual. And I burned the fuck out of myself putting that shit in. Holding the bag, so it was hot as fuck.
So all in all, we probably lost like 3 or 4 quarts. So,
Yes, 1 to 10, how bad was it?
alright, there's 2 different settings. Removal of the transmission. Getting it out was probably like a 3. As far as getting to all the bolts, if you know what you're doing, take it out with the mount, don't have to take the drive shaft off all the way, take the cowl off, get the upper bolts with the cowl off. Well, if you have a supercharger, if you don't, you can still get the upper bolts from up top. I've done it before. When you're taking it down, you're gonna have an issue with this line. This was where it gets to a different level. So when the tranny's completely
It
unhooked,
went from like a 3 to a 42.
yeah. All we gotta do is tack it.
Ow. This is not safe. Don't do this at home.
Why did you get rid of the other starter?
You can't put it into neutral without the car being on.